Well, hello, fellow diamond painters. DP Crazy Lady here again. This will be for Tuesday since it's way after midnight. It is 1:40 a.m., which makes it the 14th, excuse me, Tuesday, May 2024. I did a kit up in private, not on video, of the Sunature, and I just locked the camera on it. Darn it. Here it is. It's this Christmas, I call it a Christmas horse. And it is quite large. It is a 50 by 70 centimeter. I didn't put down like how much that is in inches. I don't remember. Sorry about that. I'm not a centimeter person. I will look it up the next time so that I can repeat it. There's 50 colors, no ABs. I want to give my initial perspectives on, feelings about this painting. The glue is fantastic. It's nice and sticky. It's not a slidey, gooey stick. So when you put the drill down, it stays right where you stuck it. Here is with the light off. Okay, whoops, give me that. There. Here's with the light off. And here's with the light on. And there are very little, very, very little, minimal, as far as I'm concerned, gaps. What I've done so far, which is just this little section here, I'm going to work on narrower sections. Usually I work on the width of one of these. I usually work on a something along this width. That would be, tell you, it would be about 6 by 8. I usually work a 6 by 8 section. Sometimes a little bigger. It just depends on, how I feel. This is a really large one. I think I'm going to go smaller on this because I want to experience it in small doses so that I can give an honest opinion of this company. So far, I have found no irregularities in the drills. They all seem to click, right in. I haven't found any bad drills. They line up really well in the tray, which I can't show you here. I've got red in red, which doesn't bother me. It may bother other people, others. So far, I definitely like these drills. I like the stickiness of the glue on it. The colors are nice. The symbols are very readable. It starts out with like 1 through 8. Then it's alphabet. There's no B or something like that. Like it's A, C, D, E, F. It goes all the way down to Y. And then that is up to number 30. the 30 colors. And then from 31 to 50, it's symbols. And they're not crazy symbols. They're not, you know, they're easy to see. So, what I've noticed is when I go to put a drill down on the square that's there, it's even with that square. On some other paintings, other budget ones, you go to put a drill down and they seem smaller than the square that you're putting them down on. Not these at all. Okay, I'm going to work on the letter D right now instead of going up there, and that would be color. It's bottle number 11, and it's 666, which is another red. Like I said, they seem to line up really well in the tray. I don't know if these will show up. Yeah, these show up. Oh, I got a piece of hair. Cat hair, dog hair. But you can see how they line up. They slide evenly in this. I mean, they all seem to be uniform in size. So remember, this is a sunature. I hope I'm saying it right. My daughter kept saying, well, could it be sunature or sunature? So I'm not sure which way it's said. I don't think it matters. Just, go to their website. A couple of you asked me, my honest opinion about them. And so far, just with what I am doing right now, I do like the drills, and I like the canvas, like I said, for the stickiness and how the drills are placing. That's real good. So, and we'll see how how it turns out. And I also told you, this is a 50 by 70. They have another one or two up from that this thing could be even bigger. I didn't realize how large this was going to be. I know I measured it in my head and before I got it as a PR package. I probably could have went one size down, which still would have been, a good size. So, I hope I put that in the right one. I wasn't paying attention. Wait a second. That's what happens when you talk. Yep, it's in there. Okay. Talking and not paying attention. I really, like I said, I see, go to their Facebook group, go to their website, contact the, I guess she's the owner, on Facebook if you want to talk about, other paintings. They do customs. This is, they've got one heck of a selection. And like I said, so far, I am, I'm liking these. And they're crunching in just like your higher, like your premiums. These, I would consider this a premium. So I would. I'm not going to tell you, which one to select, which one to get, you know. But even if you try out a smaller one, if you don't want to go with the large yet and you want to try out a smaller, and I forgot, when I first talked about this on my last video, what I told you I was going to kit it up, I thought it was a round. I don't know what made me think it was a round, but it's not. It's a square, of course. Because I thought, okay, this is from a company I've not heard of before. And this was going to be a larger painting. And I thought, oh, give me squares because I want to see the detail. I want to see the detail. Now you see how tight these are. If you can see it, I can only bring you down a hair. Well, I can't. You're down about as far as you're going to go. Unless I take the phone out of the holder, and I'm not going to do that right now. But these are going right in. I mean, I can feel the crunch, you know, and the popping in. So that's because I do the checkerboard too. But oh yeah, Sunature, excellent. And now off that subject at the moment. What I said, I noticed when I watched my other video back, I thought, oh, you dummy. I started talking about a program that, you know, a show that I look forward to watching, and it went right past me because I started talking about something else. You know, the show I've been watching, and I just watched the next 2 episodes, and they come up every Sunday, is Tracker. I watch it on Paramount Plus. You all may watch it, you know, on CBS or whatever it is on your own, but I have the Paramount Plus, so I don't have to worry about, you know, commercials and stuff. There are some you'll catch commercials, but anyway, I watched it on there, and I was looking forward to tonight's episode because is it Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, Dean? He was on it tonight, and I really like him. So I watched last week's episode and this week's, and I really like it. Right now, I just was thumbing through Paramount, and I see there's one with, there's 3 seasons. Queen Latifah is in it, called The Equalizer. I'm checking it out to see. I'm watching. My bad habit is, my daughter's always telling me I do this, but my bad habit is, if something doesn't catch my interest in the first episode, I'm on to something else. It's got to draw me into it and make me want to go to the second episode. So far, not too bad. It's just like, you know, she keeps telling me, oh, you gotta watch, you know, Breaking Bad. No, I watched the first episode, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And she said, well, no, it gets way better, you know, it gets way better than that. And I can't get past it. So she watched all of it, apparently, all the seasons of Breaking Bad. I just can't get into it. So, you know, that's what I'm going to watch this one with Queen Latifah right now and see if it, you know, gets, you know, grabs my attention to where I want to continue to watch it. So, I'm trying to think what the heck I'm going to make for, there goes the drill. I'll tell you, I'm decorating my carpet, these drills. I am doing more vacuuming now than I have ever done. Once I started diamond painting, it's like, oh, geez. But I'm trying to figure out what to make for supper tomorrow. I thought about stuffed peppers again. I have to take some hamburger out, and I may make that. I'm not sure. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Now, really, what I'd like to make, I think maybe that's what I might do, is make some chicken wings. I want some chicken wings. So, and when I do make chicken wings, I do take, and like I said, I bought them small little red potatoes. They're, they're little like that, just small. And because I don't eat that much potatoes, like I said, I try to stay away from them as much as possible. And I've been trying to cut back on the carbs. And like I said, I weighed 159. Now I'm 157 point something. So I'm getting there. I want to get back to at least the 155 and below, because I'd like to hit the 150 mark. And but anyway, I think I might make chicken wings and take a couple, maybe four to six of those little tiny potatoes, cube them up, skin and all, and you take a little bit of olive oil and pour that over and mix that around. Then you take some paprika, some garlic powder, Italian seasoning, a little salt and pepper. Let's see, what else do I put in there? Onion powder. And you mix all that up into the potato, onto those potatoes. And then you put them on a cookie sheet, and you put them in the oven at about between 325 and 350. Keep an eye on them for about 20 minutes, maybe less. It just depends on your oven and the size you cut the potatoes, and boy, do they come out good. So I may do chicken wings and some of those potatoes, and then cut up some broccoli and cauliflower and mix, and have that with it. So that'll be for supper tomorrow. And I've got some of that L. Hughes or whatever, of his barbecue sauce, and it is so good. Usually I make my own, but I'm getting lazy in my old age, and his is sugar-free and really good, so I'll just use his for the wings. So, what's everybody working on? Nobody, I mean, it's a shame y'all don't have channels, some of you. It would be so nice to see what you're working on. I mean, if you've got a channel name, you're signed on there and stuff, and I mean, even if you only do, you could do a photograph and put it in your community tab. That's it. You just snap the picture, if you can, and upload it to your, onto your computer, and upload it to your community tab. That, and that shows what you're working on. I mean, that's if, you can do that. I don't see why you couldn't. And then I could see what some of you were working on. It would be so nice, but talk about what you're working on, and I don't know. It's just, I know there's one lady that hasn't done any diamond painting ever, and like I told her, commenting, hey, try one, just a little one, something tiny, something small in a round, so you don't get like overwhelmed, and you may like it, or hey, it may frustrate the heck out of you, and you say, that's it, I'll never do it again. But if you at least try it, I mean, I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. I mean, the way I got into diamond painting was I was watching a YouTube channel, and it wasn't a diamond painter. It was just some person on there that was like vlogging, you know, a daily vlog and blah, blah, blah. And they talked about, you know, that, oh, they got a gift of a diamond painting, and, you know, they were going to try it and so on and so forth. It was from a particular company that sent her one as a gift, I guess. It wasn't a PR. It was just a gift so that the company could get some credit on this person's, but it wasn't a PR. I mean, she didn't even know it was coming in the mail. So, but anyway, I seen it, and I thought, you know what? I hear about these diamond paintings and things, and you know, I'm gonna see if I give it a try. And then, you know, I made the mistake, of watching a few other YouTube channels of diamond painting, and made the mistake of buying this, buying that. Oh, you need to have this, you know, this pen or this tray, or oh, here's this gimmick, you know, this will work, that'll work, you know. And I overbought, you know, not so much. Yes, I overbought on the paintings themselves, but there are some things you just do not need, you know. You know, unless you want fancy pens. I only got these, and there is no way I paid the price that some of these, you know, because I don't have that kind of money. But, you know, you go to a D-stash and, you know, you buy them up a little at a time, or my daughter bought them as a group. You know, a lady was selling them, and, you know, she was selling for like, you know, so much per pen. And my daughter said, well, you know, you got this many there in a group. How about if I just buy them all, you know, and get a deal for them? And she said, oh, great, that saves me, you know, from, you know, going to the post office several times until people buy them all. So we just bought them as a group. And she was the same lady that I bought, or my daughter really bought all our trays, you know, as a group. So, you know, but like I said, I mean, I like my pens. I've got a few from Amazon. I've got a few from Temu. I like them. I use them. I like the ones, my particular ones is they have a metal tip, but they're screw in. They screw in, so I know they're going to stay tight. They're going to hold up, you know. And this tip, like I said, this is from Diamond Art, and these are the Everlast. So I don't suppose I'm going to have to buy another one, you know, to replace it, either for a long, long time or ever. So, you know, I'd rather have one of these, you know, this tip, and it doesn't weigh. You know, there's no way. Well, my pen weighs anyway. You know, it's balanced, but it's got some weight to it already. And maybe there's some people that, you know, can't handle the weight. You know, it bothers their fingers or hands or something. But I like something I can grip onto, because I've tried the little skinny, you know, the ones that comes with the kits. Oh gosh, I mean, it's like my fingers are all scrunched up, and I'm like, oh, they're cramping. No, I can't do that. So I guess to each their own, what you can use and what you can handle. But anyway, I know I'm a babbling. Um, let's see, what was I talking about before? I talked about some of my school days. I can tell you a little, something about that, and then I'm going to get off here. When I was talking about knowing the names of my teachers and things all the way, even into junior high and high school, but when I mentioned that we had a janitor, and he always, well, his name was Mr. Green, and he reminded me and others of Mr. Green Jeans from Captain Kangaroo. He always wore the bib overalls, the jean bib overalls and stuff. And he was the nicest person ever. And we started calling him Mr. Green Jeans, and he didn't mind it. He didn't mind it at all. And he was tall like that, and, lanky, and I felt sorry for him when kids would, track through the school, and if he'd out there constantly in the hallways running them up, and, because I can remember one time, well, twice I got paddled in school. Twice. And both times, and I don't care, if y'all believe me or not, I did not deserve either one of those paddlings. And I told my mom about it. My mom was ready to go up there and, even though, back then, they never called and asked your parents' permission or anything. If you did something wrong and they felt you did it wrong, they'd give you a whack and go on. That was it. But there was some kind of an announcement that I didn't hear because I went home for lunch that day. I didn't normally do it, but I think it was something my mom was making or whatever it was. I don't remember, and I wanted to go home for lunch. And since I just lived down the bottom of the hill, I could go. They no big deal. But they would let you go home at least where you could leave, I think 5 minutes earlier or something. And so when I come back, I was walking through the church lot, and I came in, I had mud on my shoes, and it tracked into the school. Well, Mr. Eric, the principal, asked, he said, didn't you pay attention? Weren't you listening when we gave that announcement about not walking through the church lot because it was muddy and we didn't want it tracked into the school? And I said, no. I said, I went home for lunch. And he said, well, we gave that announcement, right before lunch. So I said, but you guys, I said, I went home. I was home for lunch. And I think I was in third grade. Yeah, third grade. And it was me and I think 2 or 3 others that they had tracked in the mud. Now, whether they heard the announcement or not, I don't know. I know I didn't. And that's the honest to God's truth. I did not hear the announcement. Because the church was right next door to the school. Right next door. They shared a parking lot. So anyway, they took me and the 3 or so other kids into a room. And it was Mr. Eric, the principal, who gave us wax. You had to bend over, and I'm a girl, but you had to bend over and grab your knees. And you got 2 cracks with that wooden paddle. Oh, I've never hated anybody in my life, and I didn't hate him, but at that point I was not fond of him. I don't remember how exactly I told my mother, but I know my mother wanted to go up there and discuss it. I think she did. I can't remember that part. But I do remember getting those 2 whacks. And then when I was in 4th grade, was it 4th? 4th or 5th? No, 5th grade. We had to change, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, 1st through 3rd, we're in the newer part of the building. And then 4th, 5th, and 6th were in the original older section. And you could tell the difference in the buildings. I mean, but anyhow. And they had the old table and chairs that were attached to the floor, metal and wood, and they had the ink wells and everything in them. So we were over there in the older section, and I believe I was in 4th grade there. And I remember the teacher's name, and I will tell her name was Miss Bear. Young. But anyhow, I don't know. I mean, I stop and think today, back then I was younger, and, you don't think about Women's Monthly and so on, but she must have been going through something. She was upset about something. I don't know what it was. You could tell because she came in and she said, okay, I want everybody to put their heads down on the desk. I don't want to hear no noise. I don't want to hear nothing. And I'm just going to read from this book. I mean, nobody had done anything, but that's what she did. I don't want to hear a word out of anybody. And so laid my head down on the desk like everybody else. And she was reading something. I forget what it was, but she said, don't be talking to nobody, Anyway, she said, reading something about some states or the river or something like that, and she mentioned Mississippi. And I was just laying there, and under my breath, not loud, I was spelling Mississippi. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's what I did. And all I heard was a book slam. And I thought, what's the matter? Because I was really quiet. And the girl that was across from me in the next row, and you always know that when you know a bully back then, when you were in school, those are the names that stick in your head forever. You never forget their names. But I won't mention her name. Miss Bear slammed that book, and then she said, who in here was talking to somebody? Was somebody in here talking? And the girl that was right across from me said she was Miss Bear. She was talking to me. I wasn't talking to her. I was not talking to her. Miss Bear slammed the book, because she slammed it shut, is what it was, and then she slammed it down on the desk. She come back here, dragged me up to the front of the room, and I got 2 swats right in front of the room. Right in front of all those kids. I will never forget the girl's name who lied. I don't forget the name of the teacher. I even remember names of a lot of my classmates that I remember on that day. So, that was the 2 times I ever got swatted, and honest to goodness, I did not deserve either one of them. Well, maybe I shouldn't have been laying my head down spelling Mississippi. Duh. But I don't think that deserved a swat, and it wouldn't have if the girl across from me had not said something. So, Anybody got any fond memories? I mean, I did get cracked across the knuckles with a ruler that had metal. That thing where you run your paper has a metal thing in it for Miss Lynn when I was in 5th grade. That I do remember. I don't remember exactly why at that time, but she cracked my knuckles. It's like a nun would do, man, just whap. So, but I don't remember what the reason behind that one was. So, like I said, anybody else got any weird memories like that? I remember playing jacks, and not bragging or anything, but I was good at jacks. I could do. I think we did. Well, you had the 10 jacks or whatever. I went all the way up to the 10. It was hard for those kids to try and stop me. Then we used to play marbles. And I had a bag full of marbles. I had what they call boulders. That's the bigger ones. And I had peewees, the little ones. Had several cat's eyes. I still have some from way back then. They're in my shed, in a jar, a big jar of marbles from back then. I even have what they used to call steelies, so I have some of those too. So I used to love playing marbles and jacks. That was my 2 games that I always liked to play at recess, lunchtime recess and stuff. I loved playing those. They allowed you to bring them to school. I mean, they did. As long as you didn't mess with them, in the classroom and stuff, they didn't care, at all. So, and then 6th grade was the first time I had a male teacher. Oh, was I scared to death. I never had a male teacher. It was all women. I didn't trust him, and I won't bring up some of his issues. Not with me, but I won't bring up some of his issues in our classroom. But anyway, we'd go to the next room. I think it was like a half hour in one you had one. He would teach, like, say, civics or history and geography or something, and then you went across the hall to another teacher, which was another male teacher, and he taught math and science or something. And then if you opted for it, there was another room up there on that floor, and there was a French teacher at 6th grade. And she would, you could go there and learn some French. That's where I first learned some French, in 6th grade. And the first thing she would do is give everybody their French name. You'd tell her, she'd know your name, and then she'd tell you what it was in French. Well, mine was nothing in French. I mean, there was no name that fit that. So I was just who I was. And I remember the boy that sat catty corner from me. Oh, did he hate his French name? Because in French, his name was Michel. His name was Michael, and in French, it's Michel. And boy, everybody, what is it with kids and everything? They got to just tease the heck out of you. And he couldn't take it. But she was pretty nice. you know, she was just giving the basics of French and giving you some little sentences you could use and understand, you know, just something to do for that half hour or so. And so it was fun to learn something different, you know. So, well, I think I've probably been on here long enough. Yep, that's 40 minutes. Oh gosh, babble, babble, babble. Maybe next time I'll get on to my junior high. And, you know, there wasn't a whole lot going on then, but there was stuff, you know. There was, you know, and in high school, there were bullies, all right. And boy, do I remember them. Not a fun time when you're trying to mind your own business and become invisible when you're in school. You know, you just want to remain invisible so people leave you alone. And seems like the harder you tried to be invisible, the quicker it was for them to find you and knock you down. So that's one of the reasons why I never went to any of my class reunions. When I graduated in '69, and then they had a class reunion, and then they just had one probably 8 years ago or something, and I said, nope, not going. The one girl kept asking me, why aren't you going, you know, through text and stuff or instant message, and I said, because first off, I don't know any of you guys. I don't know any of you. I did not, I was not in that circle of friends. You know, they acted like they were hoity-toity and uppity, and, you know, they were cheerleaders, and they only hung with the football players, and, you know, they were considered themselves upper class type thing, you know, and I said, you guys don't even know who I am. I said, why are you even want me there? You don't even know me. I was never invited to any functions you guys had. I wasn't a member of any of the clubs you guys were in. You know, I mean, the only reason why you think you know me is you see my picture in the yearbook. So you say, oh yeah, there she is, you know, there's somebody, let's invite her to, you know. No, you didn't know me. You never even spoke to me in the halls. You never said hello. You never said boo. Nothing. You know, when the bullies went after me, what'd you guys do? Nothing. Nobody saw a thing. You know, so it's like I had no intention of ever going to my class reunions. Ever. I figured that was an experience then that I don't have to experience now. So, well, that's it. I'm done. Sorry about that, y'all. But, well, I'm going to get off here and do a little more of this diamond painting. And I don't know, I'm not tired, so I'm still going to be up. So, hugs. Have a good one. Enjoy your day. You know, comment if you feel like it. Visit again, and I will get back with you the next day. This is a Sunature, a 40 by or 50 by 70, and excuse me, give them a try. You know, at least go to Facebook, join their Facebook group, you know, and have fun looking through their paintings. They got one heck of a choice. So, love y'all. Talk to you again. DP Crazy Lady. Whoops. I'm out.